let's make the most delicious meat pie ever. Used in this recipe. Look at how nice the cookies is looking. Can you guys see? Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If this is your first time here, you are so welcome, and if you're a returning subscriber, as always, now let's get this channel, now we get this thing together. Welcome back. I hope you guys are doing good, because I'm doing amazing. I don't know if you guys noticed my ponytail. Like, oh my god, I am so feeling myself right now. This ponytail looks so amazing. I am really liking it. Is this like kinky, how this kinky looking hair, like it's not completely straight, and I just got it, so I wanted to use it to like do another video, but then I decided to come and shoot an intro for my wife diary videos. So anyway, you guys, like, I have a lot coming up in this vlog. Like, there's just so much, and I had to come and do an intro because there's a couple of videos I've already been filming, and I just needed to have an intro because this video has been a long time coming. Like, I've been filming it for like the past 2-3 weeks, so you know there's a lot going on in video. But yeah, I'm really looking different. Can you guys see? You guys see me? You guys seeing this my ponytail, and it's so long. Anyway, yeah, that's just the thing. I have a couple of things. Like, I've always wanted to do some baking. Like, I've always had interest in baking, but I've not really, let me not say I've not had a chance. It's just that in Nigeria, I just had a lot on my plate, so I have some time right now, and I think I'm going to be doing some baking. Like, you guys are going to see in this video, I have some things I'm going to be making, so stay tuned because we are going to be learning a lot. And then I also did something else I cooked. I think I'm going to be making meat pie. I've already gotten all the ingredients and stuff. I'm going to be making meat pie. I'm also going to be doing cookies. There's one particular cookies I saw on Instagram. To be honest with you all, Instagram is now like my recipe book. Every day I go on Instagram, all the chefs on Instagram want to kill me with food. I'll just be looking. After looking and looking, I'll be like, okay, I'll make this one, I'll make the other one. There's another shawarma recipe I saw like today. I was like, hey, oh my god. Hey god, if these people don't kill me with food. But the ones that I'm going to be doing, I have some ingredients that I'm going to be using to do it at home, is the meat pie and the cookies. So I think we're going to do those two ones in this video. Then the shawarma will be for next video, so when I can get those stuff. But then let me see. Yeah, that's just the thing. Anyway, I want to film another video right now, but then I was setting up and then I decided to quickly do this intro for this video. So if you are seeing this video already, it probably means that this is a new month, because by the time this video is going to go live, it's probably May something, May 1st, 2nd or 3rd. I'm not so sure right now. So happy new month, guys. I wish you the best of the month of May. Stay tuned, stay tight. See you guys in the rest of the video. Bye.
Several long days later.
Our hearts beat to the city streets. We began to feel the fire. We rise like tall buildings as the chemicals, they take us higher. The night's young, and it's just begun, as she puts her hand in mine. We wanna chase the night, wanna dance to the light, pull the stars from the sky, just two hearts running wild. Never sleep, never stop, as we shout from the top. We're gonna be two hearts running wild. So loud as the hours pass, we're gonna do it all again.
Hey guys, let's make the most delicious meat pie ever. For this recipe, I'm not going to be doing a lot of things because I'm just going to be using the stuff that I have in my house. But I got Irish potato, I also got flour and then butter for the dough. Then the filling, I'm going to be using carrots, and then I use corned beef for my filling, but you can definitely use your normal beef and like just mince it or chop it up. A little bit of my normal spices and stuff just to season it. So you don't really need to use a lot of ingredients for this meat pie recipe. Just make it together, because me, I am not an expert, but I'm going to be following a recipe that I saw on Instagram. So for this recipe, you're going to be needing some flour, which I put in a bowl, then added some salt. Then of course I went in with my butter. You can use margarine for this, but what I had on hand was butter, so I ended up using butter instead of the margarine they said, but that was okay because it still turned out really good. Then when you put your butter in, you just want to begin to work it into the flour. So what you want to do here is just to make it look like breadcrumbs. Like you can see right now, it's already looking like breadcrumbs. So once you're done mixing your flour, you want to add in 2 eggs. I broke 2 eggs and just whisked that a bit, then poured it into my flour by making a well. But anyway, you just want to whisk your egg properly, then put it into your flour. This is how you're going to mix it in to become a dough. So yeah, after kneading it for a while, this is what I have, and this is actually what you will need to make your pie. So I'm going to cover this for a few minutes and leave it in the fridge just so that it can get a bit cold. That you don't want this to be warm. So I used my food wrap to actually just wrap this up and leave it in my fridge. So now it's time to make our filling for the pie. So this is my diced onions. I used onions for this. Then I also used corned beef. I didn't have minced meats. I used corned beef for this filling, but it was actually really nice. Then I just fried the corned beef till the color began to change a little bit. Then I added some spices, a little bit of salt. Be careful with the salt because corned beef actually contains salt already, so you don't want to over salt. I added some thyme, curry, and then I put in my Irish potatoes. You want to put this on time so that it has enough time to cook properly, because you could actually put it in late and you would end up with uncooked Irish potatoes. Then I put in my carrots and then added a little bit of water just to let the mix cook a little bit. I want the potatoes and the carrots to get a bit soft. Then I just let that stay for a while. Like I just basically allowed this to boil and cook the potatoes, and then I left this for a few minutes. So I allowed this filling to cook for a few minutes, added in a little bit more spices, and then I actually put in dry pepper. This is optional. You can put in any spice that you want, but I wanted a bit of spice like pepper. Then I left this for a bit to cool down before I started using it to add into my pie. Yeah, you don't want this to be hot. You have to actually let it cool down a bit before you use it. Then okay, so I've brought out my dough from the fridge and I've started making the pies. I didn't have a meat pie cutter, so I had to improvise and use a bowl plate to cut out the round shape. But then when I cut it out, I just put the filling in the middle and close that up with by putting a little bit of water around the edges. Then I just close everything with my fork, like just to seal it in properly. You don't want this to open up when you are baking it, so I just wanted this to be properly sealed, and I used my fork to make that famous design of meat pie, and this actually turned out better than I thought it would. Like, this is my first time actually making meat pie alone. Like all the other times it was in school or with my mom or friends. Like, I don't think I've actually done it on my own, and I'm quite surprised at how nice it turned out because I actually gave a few people. Yeah, this is the final result when my meat pie came out, and you guys, this meat pie was so delicious. The filling turned out so good. I cannot emphasize how nice this filling turned out to be, but you guys can see the corned beef and everything was really like delicious, and the taste was amazing. So are you going to be trying this meat pie? Are you going to be trying this meat pie? Let me know in the comment section, because you guys, I don't share recipes that are not delicious.
The next day.
So guys, I'm back with another recipe. I wanted to try making cookies. Honestly, I had so much recipes I found from Instagram I really wanted to try. So for this one, it was actually so easy. I was making shortbread cookies, and you guys will not believe how nice this turned out to be. I was so shocked. I didn't even know making cookies was this easy. But yeah, I just had I put in a little bit of flour, some sugar, and some cornstarch. Then I used butter. You need butter, not margarine, because you don't want the salt. you need butter, and butter does not have salt, like unsalted butter. So that's what you need for this recipe. You're just going to mix all of that ingredients together, like mix it in, and then put a little bit of water to make a dough. Like that was how I arrived with the dough. That was how I made this dough. Then you just want to roll out your dough. All these things I'm telling you guys, it is so easy to do. Like this thing took me less than 30 minutes and the cookies came out amazing. So I just rolled out my dough because I wanted the dough to be flat, but not too flat though, because you want your cookies to have a bit of thickness. Then you want to cut out precise square shapes. Like if your cookies are going to look nice, the shape needs to be precisely square. So I made like a bit of effort to make sure that the square was squaring. And then I cut out the cookie shape in that like rectangular shape as much as I could. I tried to make it equal and neat, but you guys, of course, I did my best. Some didn't really turn out good, some did. But when you're doing your own, just try as much as possible to cut it in precise shapes. Like you can see the ones I'm doing right now, they don't even look they don't look like the rest, but I tried my best. Anyway, like anyone that is not properly in shape, you can just roll it out again and attempt to cut out the shape. That was what I eventually had to do with some that were looking a bit too wonky for me. But then when you're done with this, like this process didn't really take long. Like I said, everything I did here took less than 25 minutes, like about 25 minutes, and I was already putting it in the oven to bake. I baked this for about 15 minutes and it was properly done. Like this is such a nice way to prepare snacks. Like it's quick and easy for me, and I really liked it because it has few ingredients. I didn't use a lot, and the taste, you wouldn't believe that there's no milk in this recipe. So when you're done with the cutting, you just want to make that famous shape that your shortbread cookies usually have, like you can see. And now it's out of the oven. Like you want to just have it have that light brown color at the back. Like once it has that color, then your cookies are ready. Then you guys can see this looks like you wouldn't even believe if you tasted this that it was not made, like bought from a store or something. It was so nice and I was so proud of myself. Guys, today is the next day after I finished doing my cookies. Like I didn't really eat the cookies yesterday because after I finished making it, I had to rush out to go and do something. But then my husband, he was even the one that came back and saw the cookies. Like I left them on the dining table and everything. So he was asking me who made the cookies, and I told him that it's me. He was very, very surprised. But I had this box from all the other cookies I used to buy before I decided to make my own. And anyway, I packed my cookies in here just so that to still be fresh without getting like soggy or something. I don't know, I just wanted to keep them fresh. Anyway, look at what my cookies is looking like. It's really looking like those shortbread, those shortbread that they used to sell, that milky shortbread. And the funny thing about this recipe is that I didn't even use milk, and it's coming out like the taste is so milky. It's just hard to describe. Like I was so shocked when I found out that the recipe doesn't contain milk, because I was definitely thinking that milk would be part of the things that I'll use in this recipe, but I didn't even use milk. Milk was not part of what I even used in this recipe. But look at how nice the cookies is looking. Can you guys see? Oh no, and it tastes so nice. That's one thing, you wouldn't even know. Like if you serve somebody these cookies, they might think you got it, like you bought it. The recipe is so nice. Like please if you want to make cookies, make your own cookies. This is so nice. Like as an aside, instead of making maybe chin or something, I think this is a nice alternative to like something just to like keep on the side table if you have guests or something. And this little design I did on top, it came out so nice. Yes. Honestly, I'm going to make this recipe again, just in case I'm going to have guests or something, because it's so easy to make. It's only like how many ingredients? Flour, sugar, corn flour, and margarine. No, not margarine, butter, unsalted butter. One of the things I used to make it, and it came out so good. I'm so proud of myself. You guys gotta make your shortbread cookies. Don't let anybody see you. This is so nice, and nobody would even know, because it's so milky. No milk. You don't even need milk to make this. I feel like it's actually easy to make. It's actually so easy to make, and I like it. Really, really like it. Me, I've learned this one. Thank God for Instagram. I was even afraid that it wouldn't come out nice because I was watching it. I wasn't sure how long to time the oven. I was like, should I leave for 30 minutes? Should I leave for 20 minutes? But I only baked this thing for like, let me say 15 to 20 minutes. By that, before it got to 20 minutes, it was already turning that brown. Like the back was already turning brown, like they said in the recipe. So I just brought it out. And after it cooled down, it now like solidified. Because when it was still hot, it was as if it was soft. But after it cooled down and everything became hard. So you guys, try this shortbread recipe. You will absolutely love it. You will tell me in the comments, go and try this recipe. I'm very, very serious. Like even my husband said when he was eating it, he's not even a cookie person, but he was like, okay, this is actually nice. So now let me tell you twice, can't try it because it's not actually, I don't feel like it takes a lot of ingredients, but it's going to be something that you can serve people, or you can even like eat with your family because it's so nice and it's easy to make. It took less than 30 minutes to make the entire thing.
4 to 6 more days later.
So guys, a couple of days later, I decided to do my own braids. Like this was my first attempt and I think it came out pretty good. I sectioned out my entire hair before I even started. My gel or my ponytail extension look fell apart just after a few days, so I decided to do this instead. I wanted something a bit more permanent, so I just decided to section out my entire hair with rubber band, then crochet in the attachments. Honestly, this process was not too hard. Like I didn't even know I would be able to get it to this extent, so it came out better than I thought. I think the next one I'll make it a bit longer. I just decided to try short for a first time in case it doesn't really work out. At least it won't be too long. But yeah, this process really came out good, and I'll just let you guys watch the rest of the video. I'll be back later.
One week later.
So today is like a week and a half since I did these braids, and I'm actually quite surprised because they're still looking pretty good. Like when I was doing it, I was thinking it won't really last, but it's actually still okay for how long, for how I did it, because this is the first time I'm actually doing braids by myself, like on myself, and I was actually quite surprised, but it's turning out better than I expected. So I just wanted to oil it today. This is the oil I'm using, so I'm just going to oil my scalp. So I just want to go and make uwa. I don't know. Okay, the English name is breadfruit. Like I've just been craving it for a while and I wanted to eat it. So I'm just going to go and make it right now. And yeah, I think this might be the last few minutes of this vlog. So thank you so much for watching up to this point. Let's go make the opah. So you guys, if you remember in my travel prep vlog, I actually packed dried opah because I knew I might eventually want to eat it. So this is the dried opah that I packed, and I cook it with this potash that it comes with. They're supposed to add in it. So I added that, and that was what made the water a little bit darker in color. But now my opah is very soft, and this is the right way you want it to be looking, a bit softer, so that you would enjoy it. Then I just added in my meat stock because I use beef to make this. Then I just put in the meat stock. I added some dried fish as well. Dry fish is optional. All these things are actually optional. You can make okwadi, just put salt and pepper and oil and you are good to go. But I just wanted to be a bit extra. I put in corn, I put in pepper. All these things really made it turn out really, really delicious though. I cannot pretend. It was so nice. And this one, like when I was making it, I was a bit skeptical because this is my first time doing it like this. But trust me guys, this came out really good. My husband could not stop talking about how nice it was. So I put in some palm oil at this point, just stirred that up and allowed it to boil for a while, just to let the ingredients marry each other. Then I just took out a little bit to do testing in the kitchen, because what is cooking without testing? Yeah, that was all. Thank you guys for watching this vlog.